Well, there'll be no sweep in the West. It did though. It didn't look like Game Four was going to go Vegas' way, and Vegas would complete the sweep. They did score first. Another one of those early goals. That's been their thing in this run. They've been scoring goals like real early in these games. Like in this case, it was within the first. It was in the first like 5 minutes, and uh, excuse me. It was one, but Dallas did tie it up on a power play with Jason Robertson. So it was 1-1 after one and 2-2 after two. Robinson scored. Robertson scored again. The Vegas goals were scored by Carlson and then Marchessault. And it ended up going to overtime because after nothing happened the third period. And of course, overtime elimination game is something, and that had me thinking. This is the second straight year a West final teams up 3-0 and game four is in overtime. Of course, and I'm surprised I never thought of that when I watched because I remember that vividly. We're up, Avs up 3-0, game four to overtime. That Artur Lekkinen ended early, it wouldn't be the road team this time. Dallas took care of it. They got a power play, and old man Joe Pavelski, he got the puck, shot it in. That was it. The Bruins were broken. Dallas stays alive. Now they got to do it three more times. Joe Pavelski, Pavelski wants his first cup. He wants it badly. He's been in the league a long time. All those years with the Sharks. He was part of that 2016 team that made the final for the first time in franchise history. But he ended up with the Stars, I think, in 2019, and of course the bubble he got to the final again, but again he was 2 wins short. He could taste it. I think he's up. I think he's like 37, 38. His time's kind of running out on him. I know time definitely ran out on uh, his former Sharks teammate Joe Thornton. He's pretty much done in the league, but Pavelski feels he has a shot still, and so yeah, Dallas took care of it, and it's kind of a mini trend tonight because in the NBA, the Boston Celtics took Game Five to stay alive. Remember, they were down three to they were they were down 3-0, and they became the 12th team to force Game Six after being down 3-0. If they win Game Seven, if they win Game Six, I mean they'll be the only the fourth to force Game Seven, but that's the NBA. But yeah, so hope is kept alive in Dallas. Remember, it's just the West final left because the East final ended last night with the Florida Panthers completing the sweep and reaching Stanley Cup final for the first time in 27 years. Speaking of, speaking of the Cup final, there's some scheduling news. So, and I figured this would happen. I figured this. The final could be moved up. I kind of figured that if Vegas completed that sweep, I think the final probably would have moved up to probably Monday, Memorial Day. Cause I remember Cup final used to start on Memorial Day. I remember Memorial Day come up, it would be a big day for baseball, and then Game One of the Stanley Cup final would be that Monday night Memorial Day. But but yeah, but the sweep wasn't completed, though there's still a chance it could get moved up. Now, I read this on the NHL's website. Now, it all depends on Saturday's game. Game five, the Western Conference Final, is is Saturday night back in Vegas. Scene shifts back to Vegas. If if Dallas wins that game, if Dallas wins that game, it'll go at least six, and that means the Cup final will start at its planned date of June 3rd, which is next Saturday. However, if Vegas finishes it on Saturday at home, then the final will be set Vegas and Florida, and Game One will be in Vegas Wednesday, May 31st. Of course, May 31st is the date for a potential Game Seven in the Western Conference final between Dallas and Vegas, which would also be in Vegas. But yeah. So again, if if Dallas wins Game 5, then the series is guaranteed to go at least 6, and that means the Cup final will start on Saturday June 3rd at the West winner, because obviously whoever wins that West final is going to host Game 1. But if Vegas wins, then the series will be over, and Game 1 will be in Vegas on Wednesday. So there's going to be hockey in Vegas. So there could be hockey in Vegas regardless. It's either going to be a Game 7 or Game 1 against Florida. So yeah, Vegas will have to wait another couple days, and I just see this stat. Pavelski's goal was his 73rd career playoff goal. He now leads active players. He leads active players in playoff goals, and that's and, and he surpassed Crosby and Ovechkin on that list. Of course, it helped that neither one of those two made the playoffs this year. So that's my recap of tonight's Game 5. I'm sorry, tonight's Game 4. My mistake. My apologies. So Vegas is up 3-1. They'll have another chance to finish it, and with that, that means ABC gets one last game this season. Um, game 5 back in Vegas will be on ABC, and the Golden Knights again will look to finish it. This will be ABC's last game of this season, regardless of what happens. The remaining 2 games, if needed, will be on ESPN, and of course, the Cup final will be on the Turner Networks. Will be on the Turner Networks in its entirety. It'll be simulcast on TBS, TNT, and True TV here in the States. So that's a recap of Game 4. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe. If you want more, I'll be back Saturday night with a recap of Game 5, with maybe it could be a preview of the final if Vegas finishes it off. So stay tuned.